As a child, we all long for a hero. As a society as a whole, we search for that leader that can be our hero. But as we mature and as we grow, it dawned on us that the hero is inside every one of us. And in the world's social media, we all start at zero. And slowly we search deep within ourselves to find who we are. And we have that moment of truth where we embrace that the hero that we've been searching for has been there all along. It is living deep inside of every one of us. And we start embracing that journey and we become that hero that we search for.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 128 of Zero to Hero, presented by J29 Creative Group. Got another awesome hero coming at you today. His name is Jamie Kostelac. He is the owner of Junk King, Kansas City. So let's go ahead and bring him in. Jamie, how are you this morning?
Doing well, Gino. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, sir. Thanks for asking. So thanks for joining us. Tell us, what is Junk King, Kansas City? What do you guys do? What do you have coming up?
Yeah, so Junk King, Kansas City, we're full service junk removal. So if you've got items in your attic, on top of your house, backyard, essentially anywhere on your property, our team, licensed and insured, will come out, take care of it for you. They're good guys, so they'll take care of you, your family, and most importantly, get you your space back.
I love that. I love that. And a couple of the things that really make you guys different that I found out, the trucks are huge, right? 20% bigger than the average junk removal truck.
Yep. So that's a huge piece that we like to educate people on, because everyone's accustomed to the 15 cubic yard trucks you see driving around, but having a little bit of extra space and saving our customers money is definitely something that's allowing us to grow the right way. So it's nice having the bigger trucks.
I love that. I love that. And then just talk to us a little bit about some of the turnaround time that you guys have. I think I heard it was pretty quick. You guys get out there.
Yeah. So actually, within the last 30 minutes, we've had a couple of people book today that have booked. We got an 11 to 1 on the schedule. We've got 11:30 to 1:30. So we'll arrive within a 2-hour window, but we try to get there within an hour. So if you're in a situation, some people like to plan out in advance. Other people, it's last minute. They had help fell through. So then they call us and we'll be out there hopefully within an hour to make your problems go away.
Incredible. And I think that is a big headache when people think of junk removal, right? Is, oh, we got to schedule this thing and we got to be there, right? We got to do all the things that go along with it. So these guys get out there fast, man. If you've got junk you need it gone today, give Jamie a call, get on the phone, pause the show, get on the phone, give him a call, get it booked. All right.
Yep.
So Jamie, let's get into it a little bit, man. Setting aside Junk King, Kansas City, right? Tell us a little bit about Jamie Kostelac. Who are you?
Yeah, so I'm a business owner in Kansas City. I grew up here. I moved to Oklahoma City in 2017 to get to start my junk removal journey as an owner, and came back last year. Excited to be back. Family's all here. Obviously, this is a place I'm very familiar with, and just being able to offer a service that I know is unique in nature, and that, having our guys leave impressions on customers, that it's not just removing items, it's about impacting you on a personal level just from the interactions they have with our guys. So that's who I am. Is I help develop people. I help, with our guys who come in. They come in for an hourly job, and my goal is to get them to run franchises for our locations that we're obviously expanding rapidly right now. So I'm looking for the next up and coming leaders. So I help mentor both on the sales side, but also the leadership side to, if they come in and they want all the opportunity, it's my job to get them prepared for that.
I love that, man. There's nothing better than leaders helping develop other leaders, right? That's absolutely a beautiful thing. Now, you guys are expanding rapidly, as you said, right? So we've got Junk King, Kansas City. We've got Junk King, Fort Worth. We've got Junk King, Austin. I think there's one that I'm missing there as well. St. Louis, right? So we got 4 different locations. Tell us a little bit about what that social media journey has been like, right? So obviously every time we start a new location, we're starting at 0 from a social media standpoint. No likes, no followers, no posts, nothing, right? So tell us a little bit about what that journey is like to get those pages up and running and making an impact with them.
Yeah, I think that's a critical piece of the social media. So obviously, I gravitate towards the marketing side, just because with my journey when I started in Oklahoma City, it was the worst performing franchise in that entire company's system. So I had a lot of time to get creative, to find ways to get extra impressions out there outside of your typical TV and digital. So I leveraged the social media side of it to where, most franchisors will provide just those generic posts that they'll just spit out through, I can't remember what the name that is, Sochi, things like that. So they'll just post all that out there. But to me, each market has its own needs, and there's very like localized content that needs to be provided to show what that specific team's doing. So through our KPI tracking, we do track Google reviews that our guys are getting, and it's more so of, I know they're doing a good job. Just make sure the customer understands that these mean something to us. So in doing so, our guys do get a lot of pictures on their reviews that the customers will sit there, take selfies with them, or take pictures of the job itself. And I leverage that content to then put through our localized information. Because again, there's a difference between just that stock photo of, some guy holding a box that you might see a franchisor post versus two of your guys who are fully uniformed, smiling. You can see the customers in the photos, and you can see that authenticness that they have, that they're truly happy that our guys are there. So there's a story to be told, and it's my job to make sure that I'm delivering that message to people and doing it in an effective way.
I think you guys are absolutely doing that. I love the personal touch that you guys bring. I think we have become smarter consumers as a whole, right? As a population, I think people are kind of seeing through that stock, canned kind of post or advertisement, right? And they want to see the people that are actually going to be on their property, especially with a service like this, right? I mean, if it's Billy Bob that's going to be out there doing it, or Landon or Chris or whoever, right? They want to see those people on the advertisements and kind of get to know them before they ever arrive on the property. So I think you guys do a fantastic job of that in each of your locations, man. It's really, really good. Now, every superhero has a defining moment. Jamie, what do you think yours is, not only when it comes to your career, but your life as well?
Defining moment for me was when I actually decided to walk away from the previous franchise I was a part of. So, 5 years of building that from no network, there was no residential presence. It was just living off of national accounts provided by the franchisor, to building it into a household name that, I would go places wearing the company uniform, and people like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. I've seen you guys, or I've used you. There was a huge transition over time that, and I took a lot of pride in that. So, but just based off of a variety of factors, it was best for me to, explore opportunities outside of my then partnership. And it's the best decision that I ever made. But walking away from that and the team that I had, that was 3 years ago. And I still talk to those guys they don't work there anymore, but I still talk to them, just because, again, culture is the most pivotal aspect of our businesses. Is it's not just employees. Like, there's a true connection with these guys, and they'll just reach out asking me how, at first it was oh, you're with Junk King now, blah, blah, blah. But then it's just checking in like, hey, how's everything going? And they just talk about the environment that we had. So walking away from that was difficult because of the relationships that were fostered when I was down there. So that was very hard. But I think in any entrepreneur's journey, you're going to have those moments of, you're at a crossroads. Do I make this change, or do I stick with my current path? And I think a lot of people just stick with what's comfortable. But I bet on myself and said, I don't have all the answers right now, but I'm going to make this transition. And it was the best. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. Very, very blessed for that. And, now that we're in Kansas City and building Junk King, it's awesome to be able to give opportunities to other people.
That's awesome, man. And obviously, it appears that it was a very good decision based off of all the locations that we have popping up so rapidly now, as well, right? So, obviously, it's a little bit of a build, but now it's like, man, it's like almost like every month it seems like you guys are popping a new location now, man. It's fun to watch for sure.
Working on a few more right now, so yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Those leaders in the pipeline. None of it's possible without them. So
100%, 100%. Now, Jamie, attributes, heroes have attributes, villains have attributes. What do you think really align more with that hero side? What do you think the ones that you have to be a hero as opposed to a villain?
Empathy for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
with our organization, I'll preface it with this: like there are expectations, there are tough conversations, and a lot of accountability. But that's if you have alignment. There's clarity in what success looks like in your organization. So if you have those parameters set, and you know that everyone knows what exceptional looks like, then there are things that happen outside of work that might influence an individual. So if everything's about numbers all the time, you're not going to have that culture and loyalty, because your team will perceive themselves as just a number in your eyes. So having those tough conversations, holding people accountable, but also being empathetic to each individual, tailoring your training to their learning style. Like, I didn't have professors do that for me. So I want to be that outlet for guys and making sure I understand what makes them process information the most effective way. So rather than just say, hey, get on or get out with how I do things, I try to be adaptable, but understanding each individual and what makes them tick, I think, is one of the most important aspects that I see a lot of people that I've done with consulting. That's not something is like an inherent trait. It's something you either have or you don't.
100%. No, people don't quit jobs. They quit bosses, right? So I think it's vastly important that we do represent leadership, or as leaders, we represent our employees with that empathy and that compassion that you were talking about, because it's everything, right? I mean, our employees or our coworkers are the people that make that business run, right? So couldn't have said it better. Couldn't have said it better. Now, Jamie, last question here for you. This is the hard one. If you had to pick any superhero out there that best relates to Jamie Kostelac, which superhero would that be? And tell us a couple reasons why.
Oh man. Okay. I would say Captain America.
Okay.
And reason being is, like, in the Avenger movies, when there's chaos and things are going on and the Avengers are sitting there plotting, like, he's the cool, calm, and collected one that's always navigating all these other superheroes and what the best move is, and they all lean on him to do that. So I think when there's chaos, or when there's structure needed, even in a room of high level individuals, I feel like I can lock in and do that and make sure that I'm keeping my emotions at bay and trying to make the best decision I possibly can, or leaning on the smart people around me to make the best decision.
I love that, man. I just heard a quote the other day, when chaos is happening, look for the calmest person in the room, and that's your leader, right?
Yeah.
That's 100% just nailed that without saying it. I love it. Well, obviously, we're both extremely fast talkers, Jamie. That was a pretty quick episode that we ran through, but I thank you for coming on the show, man. How can people get a hold of you? How can they book today if they want to get you out there today? And how can they follow you if they just want to keep up with what you're doing?
Sure. So booking with Junk King, you just go to junk-king.com. Simple as that. You go on the booking platform. It takes a minute or two to book a job. You can also call the call center, 888-888-JUNK. You'll get connected with someone right away. And again, you can book an appointment within an hour. So you could call us right now and schedule an 11:30 to 1:30 today, and you'll have a red truck in your driveway here just within an hour or two. So that's pretty cool. Personally, if you go to thetitanway.com, you can learn more about our organization. We're revamping the website right now, but that'll just give you the nuts and bolts of what we do, our philosophy, and how we grow businesses. We also do consulting for other businesses, to where leadership, financial, marketing, anything that you need to be successful, we'll get you in touch with someone who's truly going to approach your business as if it's their own, and give you the best advice possible to bring success. That can be all remote. It can be in person. So that's one avenue. And then you can obviously message me on LinkedIn anytime, which is how Gino and I got connected. So happy to talk with anyone, rather it be from a consulting aspect, or just I'd love to learn from people as well, because I'm a sponge. I'm where I'm at today because I listen and I try to extract the best ideas possible and mesh that with our strategy. So just happy to connect with anyone.
I love it. I love it. And you can also follow them on Facebook at, well, there's a link. Just search Junk King Kansas City. You can find them on Facebook, and then Instagram as well, just Junk King KC. So, Jamie, man, thank you again for coming on the show. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on.
Likewise. Thanks, Gino.
Hey, are we still live? Hey guys, we're still live. Hey guys, this is Kevin Kwok, founder of J29 Creative Group. So who are we? We're a marketing agency here in Kansas City. We're all about a holistic approach to marketing that builds your brand and nurtures online community. But to be honest with you, you guys don't care.